All rise for the Honorable Tim G. Jacob as he presides here on the realest, most entertaining sports show in the game. Put it on something. Honorable one, before you get started, sir,
Okay.
I do want to present this case before you. Okay.
All right.
What we have here today is Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, okay, and his Colorado Buffaloes, okay. I present to you their 2023 football schedule, okay, for your assessment, okay, and your judgment. All right. For those who are viewing these proceedings, okay, I will present to you the schedule and then we will allow the honorable one to go ahead and give us his verdict, okay. They start out at TCU. They follow that by 2 home games with no. They have a game versus Nebraska. Then they take on Colorado State. Okay. Then on September 23rd, they go to Oregon. September 30th, they at home versus USC, old Lincoln Riley. Okay. October 7th, they are at Arizona State. Okay. October 13th, they play Stanford at home. On October 28th, they got UCLA on the road. Okay. That one to be in the Rose Bowl. All right. On November 4th, which is their homecoming, all right, they got Oregon State. Okay. And for their senior day, they got Arizona on November 11th, also Veterans Day. Okay. November 17th, they got Washington State on the road. November 25th, they got Utah on the road. Sir, it's all yours now.
They ain't winning the first game of the year. I can tell you that right now. I don't care what the number is. I'm going to bet that. Now let's just go right there, first of all. Now, the Nebraska game, that's a winnable game. It's a winnable game. Here's what I want. Here's what I want America to understand. This Tim G talking. Now, my brother here is the true and living defender of Jackson State football. He is the man that's going always champion swag ball, Jackson State. There's pride there when he talks about swag HBCU football, and yes, there is smoke with pride when it comes to my brother's position.
Yeah, okay? See, and that's true. So I can't render an unbiased verdict, and you're supposed to have an unbiased, trial. Okay, now, so I can't speak. Plus, now I'm glad you mentioned that. I've been doing football season. I'm locked in on Jack State. I'm covering Jack State. Okay, my brother Tim G. Jacob, though, the honorable Tim G. Jacob, he locked in across the board. Y'all heard him already mention the boat. Okay, he's a gambling man. Okay, so he watching all the college football. So he is the one that is most sufficiently prepared to render judgment in this case.
All right. Now, the other thing I want to bring up is that there's so much hype around the move for Deion being at Colorado, right? A struggling college program that in its heyday gave us Cordell Stewart, that gave us the Miracle at Michigan, that gave us Rashawn Salam, who shouldn't have won the Heisman over Steve McNair, but that's neither here nor there. What was that? Was that him? He won that. Yeah. It's been a long time. I believe that was him that won the Heisman that year. But anyway. But here's the thing that I want people to remember before we get into these wins, how many wins Prime will have, right? Even with all the talent that Prime had, he didn't win no Celebration Bowl.
You ain't had to mention that, T.
No, because I'm talking about Prime. I ain't talking about Jackson State. I'm just talking about Prime as the head man.
I know.
As the man at the helm. He couldn't beat SC State, and he couldn't beat North Carolina Central. He couldn't do it. He had the number one player in the country last year. He couldn't pull it off. So now you're asking this man to come to Pac-12. Now I get it. The Pac-12 is a fledgling, a floundering conference. It's not the most sexy conference. It's fading away. There's rumors that they're going to move back to the Big 12. Colorado's going to move to the Big 12. There's rumors out there about that right now. It's all strategic, right? But week one, when they see TCU, they finna get this. They finna get the issue. They finna get the issue. Now, I don't know what the line's going to come out to be, but they're going to get the issue. Now, the Nebraska game at home, they got a shot. Now, even despite the fact that Matt Rule is back as the head coach there, left his NFL bag at Carolina, probably getting paid there, coming on over to Nebraska and taking on, another team that in his heyday had some great moments. He could win that game. But I would give the nod to Nebraska, but I'm going to say he can win that game.
There's been a lot of talk right there in that one. Like, since Prime got the job, old boy from Nebraska been sending little shots. That's one thing I've been wondering, like, why the fuck you, from Prime standpoint, you keep sending shots at Jack State, but this dude who you got to play the second game is sending shots at you.
Yeah, and Matt Rule is a good coach now on the college level because he did a really good job at Temple, I believe it was. Mm-hmm. So, Rule's got a shot to put his foot in Prime, But I'm gonna say Prime could win that game purely off of the talent that he has, and I don't know what Nebraska's got. I know they've got a good quarterback. I can't call his name right now, but they do have some pieces in spots that they can possibly get him over the hump, make him viable again.
Okay.
Colorado State, he should definitely win that game. If Prime is 0-3 by the time they play Colorado State, it's time to fire Prime. It's time to go and run him on out. What? Fire. Colorado ought to just be like, look, we didn't have the money to begin with. Let's just have an annulment. Let's just call it what it is. Let's have an annulment. Let's just call it what it is. Let's move on. We'll let Coach Dancy just come on up in here and run it. Let Coach Dancy go on and run it. And he's just an analyst. Let's just call Coach Dancy on up and say, hey, man, you go ahead and run this for the rest of the year. Oh, God. Fire. If he loses Colorado State, fire him. Sip drink. Now, he ain't beating Oregon. And he ain't beating USC. That's his next two. Ain't happening. Ain't no earthly way. Y'all want to pull the receipts on me if this ain't the way it goes down? Pull the receipts. I don't care. But I'm just telling you it ain't gonna happen.
Right.
All right, now you got Arizona State on the road. I feel some type of way about this.
Okay, talk to me.
Because I want Arizona State to lose in spirit of Herm Edwards. In the spirit of Herm. But that's another winnable game. That's going to be a tough one because that's a road game. But I do have them beating Colorado State so far. I haven't beaten Colorado State. I haven't beaten Arizona State. And I haven't beaten Nebraska.
Okay.
All right. Now, I believe that's right because I had them at 5 wins. Now, I do think somewhere I have them at 5 wins in total. Okay. Mm-hmm. I don't think they're going to beat UCLA, USC, Utah, Oregon. They can beat Stanford. I don't think they're going to beat Oregon State because Oregon State was coming as of last year. They were on the way. They got a really talented running back, and they got DJ Ugalele from Clemson, the young man from Clemson that transferred. And I think they just going to have some firepower that I don't think Colorado can deal with. And I do think coaching matters. So the guys like Oregon, USC, the head coaches there, those teams, I don't think he's got a chance. Now he should roll Arizona. Definitely should roll Arizona. Mm-hmm. He should beat Washington State. I think I had him beating Arizona, Washington State, Stanford. Nebraska, and Colorado State, I believe.
Mhm.
Now, one of those games, I think I have him slipping. Maybe it was the Nebraska game I got him slipping on.
Mhm.
But he beat Stanford, Colorado State, Arizona State, Washington State, and Arizona. Maybe that's 5 I had. But I got him at 5. And he still got a bowl game because Rice played Southern Miss, and Rice was a 5-win team.
Look now.
What?
We gotta get 5-win teams don't deserve bowls. And I know this ain't coming to my brother. He knows how I feel about this. Out these 6-win teams getting these bowls irks me. Okay, that irks me. But 5?
Hey man, we gotta have somebody get
man.
some. Look, it just like you remember when we used to be at Southern Miss. Everybody be going home for the weekend. That Friday evening, you trying to hoop. You just trying to scrap 10. And here come Duke show up that you know can't shoot.
Mm-hmm.
And you just like, man, I just want to run. So, hey man, come on.
It's too many bowl games, man. You got the Popeyes chicken sandwich bowl, and so you need somebody to fill that slot. They need to stop it.
Well, I'm just saying. I mean, you know, if we didn't have that bowl, if we didn't have those bowl games, we wouldn't have got the great performance Frank Gore gave us.
Frankie Baby nice though. Okay.
Frank Baby was running that rock that night.
Frankie Baby was nice.
I do want to caution those out there that feel like they want to put Colorado in that stratosphere, because I think Prime, I will feel more comfortable, honestly, at making him 6 wins, 7 wins, if he'd have won the games he was supposed to win, the big games he was supposed to win in the Celebration Bowl. Like if he'd have won the Celebration Bowl both years, I'd say, yeah, Prime gets 7 of them. Prime gets 7 of them. But he fumbled the bag twice in those meetings. And that tells me something right there, that he's not necessarily as tuned in. Because, okay, you're talking about, okay, your schedule, you get down there and you get through the first 3 games of the year. And then you got Oregon and SC back-to-back games. Those are telltale. That's telltale right there. That's, is you or is you not what you say you are. Okay? And we're talking about an SC team that has the Heisman Trophy winner in Caleb Williams. And we're talking about an Oregon team that is traditionally a standout team. They're going to win games. They're going to play. And look, we got a young man over there from Mississippi, young man from Picayune, that's playing running back for Oregon. And I wish that young brother all the luck, all the fortune in the world. I think he's going to be a talent. I think his name is Dante Dowdle, but don't quote me on that. But big time recruit. So just saying, I can't sit here and act like Prime just gonna come in here and just win 9 in Pac-12. Like, no, that ain't happening. I got him at 5.
Okay. All right. Well, one more time though, honorable one. Let's run down what. I'm just gonna go down through them. You give me a W or L, so we can make sure everybody is clear on the verdict that's being rendered. Okay.
All right, let's go.
All right. TCU.
I'm betting the spread. I'm taking the parents. TCU.
All right. Nebraska.
Close game, but he's gonna catch an L.
Okay. Colorado State, I should say. My bad.
It better be a blowout.
Okay. Oregon.
Ain't happening.
SC.
Ain't happening.
Arizona State.
He should win that game.
Stanford.
He should win that game.
UCLA.
He gonna lose that one.
Oregon State.
He gonna lose that one.
Arizona.
He should win that game.
Washington State.
Gonna be a sneaky one. Gonna be a tough one, but he should win that game.
And at Utah to close it out. Okay. All right. That would put him at 5 wins. And the honorable one says that 5 wins these days, especially with Prime's cachet, and them folk probably gonna look and say we know people gonna watch and stuff like that. You know what the bowl ratings and all that kind of shit. They the pick 'em sheets. Oh my God, they
He gonna
probably will
play.
play.
He gonna play in the Cheez-It Bowl. He'll be straight. He'll be straight. Or he'll have one of them games where it's got. Trust me, they're gonna position him where he's gonna be on TV. If he can get 5, and they got a tie-in or however it works with the bowl tie-ins and all that stuff, if they can get a tie-in as whatever team in the pack from the Pac-12, they'll get in. They'll get in.
Lord have mercy. Well, that is the verdict rendered by the honorable one, Tim G. Jacob. All right. Do y'all agree with this verdict?
No, they don't.
Put
They
it
hot
on,
with me right now.
put it on something.
Thank you so much for watching my daddy's YouTube channel. Make sure you like, share, and turn on your post notifications. Okay, how do I do it?